Could you please lighten up? It's just a joke. God, all of that is because of feminism. She can't even take a joke anymore. Not everything is about feminism, you know. God, it's just a joke. Have you been hearing those phrases often? Are you the person that your mom has to take aside before any family gathering and tells her off or tells him off? Don't speak in front of the elderly. Do not make any sarcastic comments. Do not mention feminism. Are you the one who stops people when they start making sexist jokes? Are you the family member that makes everyone uncomfortable on the family table? Congratulations! You are a feminist killjoy. And this is according to Sara Ahmed. Today we will be talking about one of my favorites, The Feminist Killjoy by Sara Ahmed. But first of all, who is Sara Ahmed? She is a feminist theorist and a writer. She's British Australian. She talks about everyday experiences with struggles and oppression. In her book, she explains what it means to be labeled a killjoy, and she reclaims it as an act of empowerment. For Ahmed, being a killjoy is not about being negative, but not being silent in front of injustice. Sara's work includes feminist and queer theory. She also works with critical race studies. She has written several influential books like Living a Feminist Life, The Promise of Happiness, and On Being Included, Racism and Diversity. Each of her books work on how power dynamics influence our everyday life and how resistance can take place even with the smallest acts of defiance. Ahmed's book is not just a funny guide, but it's also the results of years of research and activism. What is a feminist killjoy? The concept of a feminist killjoy firstly appeared in her book, Living a Feminist Life. The concept is actually making people uncomfortable when you raise your voice against racism or sexism in the form of a joke or even a normal conversation. She claims that this uncomfort that you will create for these people is an important step for change. In the Feminist Killjoy Handbook, she takes this concept a little bit further, giving us tools to navigate such situations and also how to have fun doing so. It's like having fun in resistance. Actually, Sara is trying to flip the narrative. She's trying to change the power dynamic from people who speak out that are seen as troublesome troublemakers, those who disturb the society, to making their actions celebratory. She also draws the attention to the emotional labor a person will go through to speak out, and she speaks against normalizing keeping silent just to keep the peace. There are 3 important lessons that you can take out from this book, which are speak out, find community, and joy in resistance. One of the important messages of this book can be that staying silent protects the status quo. When you challenge sexist jokes and you bring out inequality, you are disturbing the peace and comfort of those benefiting from it. Sara encourages us to embrace this discomfort and reminding us that change doesn't happen if everyone is silent. Being a killjoy can be somewhat isolating, so Sara encourages us to have community through finding online community, feminist groups, or even in books like this one. Connecting with others that share your value helps sustain the fight. In fact, this idea of collective resistance reminds me of Bill Hawkes' Feminism is for Everyone, where she encourages us to build inclusive movements. The Killjoy, in a way, is like a reminder call for us to try to find those who are not afraid to call out injustice when they see it, so we can challenge the status quo alongside each other. Joy in resistance. Perhaps this is the most radical idea in this book, to find joy in resistance. Sara says in her book that even though being a killjoy is hard, it opens the door for you to live a more of an authentic life. By refusing to accept injustice, you are opening the door for a new kind of happiness. One that is built on integrity and solidarity. So, in a way, or this is my interpretation, let's say, instead of sitting down and listening to someone giving a sexist joke and boil within yourself and there'd be happy and laughing, you can ruin their happiness and you'd be happy as well. I know it's a little bit of a sinister idea, but we've been all in this situation where everyone thinks that a joke is funny just because it's made on women, and you have to sit there, smile politely because you know it's not funny, but you want to preserve peace. Guess what? Because of this book, or after you read this book, you don't really have to preserve the peace anymore. And it is fun. I was just kidding. But when you fight for justice, you reclaim the right for your own happiness. Plus, the book is very funny. So, why is this relevant today? In a world where women are always expected to reserve the peace, stay silent, and let's face it, in these days, more and more women are facing lots of discrimination online in workplace, and if you try to stand up for it, you're just a troublemaker. Being a feminist killjoy is not about being angry all of the time, but it's about refusing to accept injustice, even when it makes others uncomfortable. It's about finding power to speak out and finding joy in creating change. Sara leaves us with a final quote. She says that being a feminist killjoy means that you are willing to create discomfort, even if discomfort is going to be your own. This book is not just a guide to calling out injustice, it's a manifesto for living a life rooted in courage and authenticity. So next time someone tells you you are overrating, remember, they are not angry because you are wrong. They are angry because you are shining a light on something they wanted to ignore. So, what do you think about The Feminist Killjoy? Have you read it before? Do you feel that you had to be the killjoy in your family in a way or another? Are you a feminist killjoy yourself? And tell me what are the ways that you participate in this idea. I would love to hear your ideas, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and I will be waiting for you in my upcoming video. See you!